Hi, my name is Shannon Anderson, and I'm the Senior Curator at the Art Gallery of Mississauga. Our current exhibition is called Across Latitudes. It's a group exhibition that looks toward personal expressions of identity across cultures and generations. It features the work of 3 artists, Soheila Esfahani, Zinnia Naqvi, and Heidi McKenzie. Each of these artists explore their personal paths of migration in relation to their diasporic roots in the Caribbean, Iran, and Pakistan. Their artworks incorporate different kinds of personal objects and artifacts, such as family photographs and mementos, that reflect their individual and unique experiences of migration. These are positioned against representations of common cultural stereotypes in order to accentuate the differences between them. Their works explore the complexities of trying to connect personal realities to national identity and the challenges of finding a sense of belonging. By revisiting, reworking, and reclaiming tourist souvenirs and iconic national symbols, the works in this exhibition counter the limitations of myth-making to focus on the multidimensionality of intercultural experiences. For this exhibition, the gallery is separated into 3 parts or chapters. The front gallery contains the work of Soheila Esfahani. Esfahani grew up in Tehran, Iran, and has spent the last 30 years living in Canada. Her artwork focuses on her experiences of navigating between these 2 cultures through the use of collected objects, symbols, and ornamentation. She combines different kinds of cultural motifs to create hybridized objects. For example, in the deer, moose, and ducks, stereotypical Canadian animals that the artist collected as found objects are intertwined with traditional Iranian patterning. Her work expresses the desire to claim a culture despite feeling connected from it, emphasizing the ongoing, multi-layered, and intricate process of defining identity. The collection of bright blue objects that comprise Esfahani's Being There series are resin replicas of tourist souvenirs created through 3D printing. Working from open-source object files, the artist deliberately introduced file corruptions to cause errors in the printing process. The resulting sculptures, which range from straightforward reproductions to curious, sometimes unrecognizable objects, are playful, literal representations of collapsing cultural stereotypes. Heidi McKenzie's work occupies the middle of the gallery. McKenzie is a ceramic artist whose work focuses on her mixed-race, Indo-Trinidadian and Irish-American heritage. Her work explores themes of ancestry, race, migration, and colonization. In this exhibition, McKenzie focuses on the socio-political realities of her Indo-Caribbean ancestors, particularly women. The archival photographs shown in pieces like Looking Back and Illuminated, for example, depict coolie bells, Indo-Caribbean women who were indentured laborers. Male colonial photographers documented these women as exoticized commodities, producing images of them as postcards for tourists. McKenzie incorporates these archival images in her work as a gesture of reclamation and decolonization. She brings this history into the present moment in the piece Holding Ancestry, which features the descendants of these coolie bells in a series of illuminated portraits of individuals holding images of their ancestors. Their stories are shared through online interviews, which are accessible through Artifice, an augmented reality app. These short videos emphasize the unique nature of each person's explorations of their matrilineal line. By weaving these portraits and family stories together in her work, McKenzie generates a rich, layered history of women across generations. The back half of the gallery is dedicated to the work of Zinnia Naqvi. In her series called Yours to Discover, Naqvi incorporates photographs from her personal archives, all taken during the late 1980s, when her family toured Canada with the prospect of emigrating from Pakistan. The series title, Yours to Discover, comes from a popular Ontario advertising campaign slogan that emerged in the 1980s, and the images capture her family visiting popular tourist sites around the province, such as the CN Tower, Niagara Falls, and Cullen Gardens in Miniature Village. The artist places these photographs within arrangements of toys, books, and other paraphernalia. While colorful and playful, they also point to the stereotypes that pervade popular culture. For example, the insertion of Disney titles such as Aladdin and Pocahontas highlight problematic characterizations of Middle Eastern and indigenous cultures. Naqvi also references the dialogue around national identity through the insertion of book titles like Cultivating Canada and The New Pakistani Middle Class. These visual collages serve to weave the artist's personal identity into larger questions around placemaking and belonging. All three artists in this exhibition consider in different ways their experiences of belonging amid the construct of what it means to be Canadian. They highlight the artifice of sites and objects that are intended to represent national identity, and express how they simplify and misrepresent the realities of lived experience. The works in Across Latitudes emphasize the ways in which identities are shaped by the influence of our family histories and personal cultural connections as uniquely individual and continuous journeys. Across Latitudes is on view at the Art Gallery in Mississauga from July 20th to September 29th, 2024. We hope that you have an opportunity to come and view the exhibition in person.